Hey, what's up, everyone? I realized that the stream that I was doing just now didn't have any sound. So I'm trying once again. As you can see, there are technical difficulties that occur in our lives, right? So we need to always address it. Guys, I really apologize. Let me restart the whole episode again. Playing the short game. So playing the short game is something that a lot of people are doing at the moment, and I'm actually wanting to address it as quickly as possible because most people, right, just love the fast money, and hopefully because they are kind of like doing their 9 to 5, 9 to 8, 9 to 9, okay, and it's really tough for them to look outside of their current circumstance. And right now, right, a lot of things are very, very convenient. Okay, in terms of in life, a lot of things are very, very convenient for them, and it comes down to the point where, in a way, technology, the internet, everything just makes it easier for us. So much so that we become pretty much self-entitled, self-centered, selfish. Okay. But I want you guys to start thinking outside of the box for a minute and come along this journey with me, especially for this episode. And let's figure stuff out together and how we can play the long game so that we can win. And how we're going to do that is think about educating yourself and also making sure that you have generational wealth for the decades to come. We're not talking about just for yourself. We're just talking about for your children and your children's children. And these are the things that sometimes I know it's very different in different cultures. Different cultures think differently. But when you look at, because I do speak to high net worth clients quite often, and the high net worth clients have two schools of thought. One, I will make sure that I create enough wealth for the generations to come, but in the event that they are not up to the task, right? They are not up to the task. Naturally, all this money goes to charity or to a foundation or whatever. Okay, so this is something where I hope that you guys start thinking about. And this episode, I'm gonna cover these things that can help you play the long game, right? Because I know that everyone is looking for an opportunity, especially opportunity in making money most of the time. And money is important. When we have money, we are able to do more things. And when we are able to do more things, the options start becoming available to us. Because I know that right now, right, when you look at your bank account and you look at whatever that's happening around you, you feel like this is all that I can do at the moment. You know, you feel like I'm only able to do these things, and I want to break this barrier for you, okay? Because don't look at your immediate situation all the time. Think about how you are going to be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Had you start taking action today. This is kind of like where this episode is all about, because I want you to start thinking about your future today and not just living one day at a time. I'm not asking you to think about when you're going to get your next promotion. Screw that. I want you to think big. I want you to start thinking for how you're going to live your life, right? Whether is it comfortably, whether is it as a business owner, whether it's someone who is a high flyer in their job, you're going to start thinking of that today. It's all about visualizing where you're going to be, okay? So let me get into the current screen. So I hope that the sound is back. Okay, so one thing that that I realized, right, that most people, okay, firstly they have to focus and have a certain level of discipline. Okay? So I think most people, right, tend to focus on the short game. They think that, trading the crypto market is their answer to their way out. okay? Or they think that stock market is one way that it's that's gonna help them to find riches, right? Because they've heard of success stories, or being a property agent or whatever. Sure, a lot of all these things can work, guys. Okay, all these things can work. Being a trader, being an investor, being an agent, being someone who does insurance, it doesn't matter. Okay, it really doesn't matter. You can be someone who is a YouTuber as well. Okay, anything goes, but without a high level of discipline. Okay, and when I say discipline, right, means that you're going to be willing to dedicate a certain amount of time every single day until you find that winning formula. It's not going to happen. Same thing. If you're struggling with a weight issue, you're struggling with a health problem, okay, and you don't take the initiative to eat right, and you don't take the initiative to start exercising on a daily basis, it doesn't matter. Okay, whatever you read, whatever YouTube infomercial thing that you watch, whatever that you do, you're still not gonna make it because you lack discipline. Okay, so the next thing, it's obviously knowledge. Okay, as they always say, knowledge is power. Okay, and knowing what to do is very, very important. It's also part of the game because mentally, right? Mentally, you have to be there as well. Mentally, you have to be able to know what to do, right? Because there are a lot of people who are very, very ignorant. Okay, they are very, very ignorant. You'll be very surprised that till this day, there are a lot of people who don't know what the heck the stock market is all about. There is still a lot of people till today that when they spend on their credit card, they don't know that whatever outstanding balance that is left behind is being charged a very heavy interest. They don't know, there are a lot of people that don't know that by consuming too much salt, it actually leads to high blood pressure. You'd be very, very surprised, okay, of what people don't know, okay? And that is the point of knowledge. By exposing yourself to more books, more workshops, more seminars, right? You're gonna start looking outside of your own circle, okay? And I think your inner circle plays a big part as well. So this is the part where it's gonna hurt a little bit. Okay. Okay. So friends and family. I don't know how to put this, but sometimes your friends and family may not be the best people for you. Now, there are friends and family that support you emotionally, and I know that it's a very big thing, right? It's a very big thing to have people to emotionally support you because very few people are fighters where they can live on their own, okay? They can do things on their own. Very rarely, okay? So right now, this is where the episode gets definitely a little bit harder to swallow already, because I know that a large part, right, especially in Western culture, even Eastern culture, everyone likes to feel the community, okay? The community feel. I need to be able to talk to somebody. I need to be able to confide in someone when I feel sad. Let me just tell you one thing. High performers, right? When we're talking about high performers, they don't need anyone around them. Seriously, they don't need anyone around them. I'm not kidding you. Now, if obviously you're not there, you're not like performing a high performer. Just let me give you a few examples. Olympians, right? Business owners that have made millions to billions, okay? They don't really care too much about what their friends and family think. If they want to go and do it, they go and do it, okay? They don't think about whether their best friend, right, thinks whatever their best friend thinks about. They don't care about what social media thinks about them. Look at Elon Musk. Look at Dan Pena, right? $50 billion in terms of assets, right? Just go and observe all these people. They will not, Bill Gates, Jack Ma, I tell you, they don't give too much of what people think about them. Although, yes, they will discuss ideas around the people that can bring them forward, but anyone that is going to be blocking their way, they're going to either ignore or they're going to crush. So this is something that you have to understand. And if your friends and family existingly are not helping you move forward, or they don't get what you do, it's always best to interact at a low level with them when it comes to your business ideas or whatever ideas of creativity that can help you move forward, because they are not the right people that you should consult. Okay? So the next thing is finding the right mentors. Okay? Mentors are the hardest to find, especially because you usually need some kind of guidance at the beginning. Okay? I'm not asking you to depend on your mentor for the whole of your life, because sometimes you can actually outgrow your mentor, right? So this is one thing that has helped me out. I have online mentors and I have live mentors as well, okay? And these people, the first criteria that I look for is how much experience they have in their particular field. And is that particular field relevant to me, right? To help me achieve whatever I want to achieve. Whether is it $1 million, 2 million, 3 million, half a million, or whatever. Okay, whatever is your goal, okay? 1B or whatever. They must be able to have done that before you can even consider them a mentor. And sometimes you have to reach out to them first, because they don't know you exist. They shouldn't need to know that you exist, okay? Because you are one of the millions of people, billions of people on this planet. Why should they even take notice of you, right? So you have to start proving yourself, right? Start executing certain things. And the good thing about social media these days, right, that these mentors are actually putting out a lot of good content, great content that will help you move forward and start giving you ideas so that you can go and execute. It can be a small idea, guys. It doesn't always have to be a big ass idea. Sometimes it's you can even start this idea with very, very little money, you know? And it's all about you taking the necessary steps with the discipline, knowledge to go forth. After you start creating a decent amount of traction, really, right? You reach out to these mentors and say, hey, I really want to scale this business and take it seriously. Could you guide me? Very rarely they will say no. Now, obviously, are mentors free? Most of the time, no. Okay? There's no such thing as free advice. Take note. There's always a little bit of free advice, a little bit of free content, but at the end of the day, think about it this way. If you had to struggle, right, say 10 years, 20 years, 30 years before you start making it big, and when I say making it big, I mean 7 figures and above, huh? Okay? 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. Do you think that you will give off everything for free? Think about it. Let it sink for a second. Would you? The amount of money, time, failures, frustration, and then you give it away for free. I don't think it works. I've never seen someone do that on a complete basis. So you have to come in with the right mindset that if you want to achieve what this person has achieved, don't be a cheapskate. This is one thing that I realized. That you think that there's so much information on the internet that this person is going to give it to you for free. So don't think that way. Okay? Don't think that way. But if you're going to be serious, obviously you're going to have to find a mentor. Now the last and final point, okay, is bringing all this together and having a long-term action plan. Action plan, okay? Action plan. And I think no matter what you decide to do, whether you want to be a full-time trader, whether you want to be a business owner, whether you want to be a content creator, all these things, right, you need to just follow through. And every day you take action. Every day, right, you remind yourself when you get up the first thing in the morning, after you brush your teeth, have your breakfast, make sure you put your plans into action. Whatever books that you have read, whatever knowledge that you have attained from the workshop, whatever conversations you had with your mentor, you put it into action. That is what you have to do. And it may seem very, very simple, but trust me when I say this, 99% when they watch this episode, they will not even do it. 99%. That's why I can tell you this whole thing, and I know 99% of you will fail. You won't even last 3 months. I guarantee you, you won't even last 3 months because you didn't follow through on these 5 steps. These 5 steps are damn easy, guys. When you look at it from a very simple point 1 to 5, it's very, very easy. You can go to any webinar, seminar, or whatever, right? It will always be the same. It may be more structured and have probably a more detailed strategy, but don't think of the fast way out. Yes, you are going to be taught at all these webinars and seminars on a fast way to build something because these people already streamline the process. They will tell you exactly what needs to be done. But if you don't follow point number 5 and take action, right? Or halfway through, you decide that, shit, man, this is just too time consuming, it's too tedious, and then you quit, right? It happens all the time, trust me. You probably already have done it a few times already, and you quit every time. Every time you quit. That's why you will always lose. It's very, very normal, guys. But for once, after watching this episode, this could be the episode for you. You decide to triple down and stop procrastinating, okay? And you decide finally, Ryan, you are right. I have put this idea, or I've kind of let the past failures weigh me down. I've let my past failures been ridiculed by my friends and family. I didn't take the effort to go and keep hunting and being hungry for more knowledge. You only have yourself to blame. You are the loser, not me, you. Because you just are too short-sighted to see how great you are in terms of potential. I'll be very honest with you. That is the truth. And sometimes someone has to tell you that. To tell you straight up. That if you don't look outside and you keep blaming others, that's one thing. People love to blame others, especially when a strategy doesn't work. You say, hey, how come when I went for this course, I paid $500. It sucks. It doesn't work. How long did you give yourself a chance to succeed? How long did you give yourself a chance to succeed? Touch your heart. Did you dig deep enough for at least 1 year straight trying this out? Did you try it out for 2 years straight, 3 years straight before you made your first sale or you made your first profitable trade? Did you do that? I guarantee you not many people can answer me because they don't have the perseverance and the mental fortitude to see things through. That's a normal human being usually. But if you are going to find life-changing income and true success and wealth for the generations to come, you cannot think like that. You need to be the 1%. You need to be the 1%. Whether is it for yourself, whether is it for your spouse, whether is it for your family or your future family. It depends on how you start thinking. So you need to start doing this today and stop playing the short game, guys. It doesn't help. Trust me, it doesn't help. If you are happy with making 10,000 in the market, means shit. You made 6 figures. 2 years from now, it's all gone. I guarantee you. 2 years from now, even 1 year from now, all gone. I've heard of people who spend 100,000 in a month. Back to broke. So guys, don't play the short game. Start playing the long game. Start educating yourself. Start feeding yourself and surrounding yourself with the right people. If you don't have a mentor, find a mentor. And last but not least, take action, guys. Alright? See you in the next stream.